All right, so let's take a hypothetical scramble here. We're 2 moves away from completing white cross. But before we do that, we can look and we can see that this edge here is in an adjacent position. So we can check, is it easy to make a full pair in this wrong slot? And here it would only be 1 U2. So that would give us a full pair in this slot. So doing that situationally would be so easy here that we can start looking ahead to a second pair. Ideally, if we could make a 2x2x3 pseudo block of sorts on the left, that would be a pretty good position to be in. So we've got our red-blue pair for that situation. So we can just inspect to this edge, which should be pretty easy. And we could just get that from inspection, potentially even looking into just an edge or something from over here. So let's look at what we have now. This is a good edge, so we can just do this back right slot now. And then for this, we just want to turn it into a pair and then solve it with one of the algs. It doesn't matter if it's a bad edge or a good edge. This case would actually be pretty bad because this is an easy thing. But let's say we have a bad edge in this situation. So instead of rotating and solving for it or putting this pair over in now, we can just connect this into a pair and put it over here on the left. So that gets us set up into this position. And now we can just double slot both of them at the same time. And with that double slot, it's nice because you can do it in a situation where you have a bad edge, or you can do it in a situation where the edge is actually good. You just do a different also good alg. Or even with that, there we go. You can do 2 alternatives of it, where you can either start with an F immediately, and that'll cause these 2 edges to flip. So in this case, we want that. Or if you want to preserve all of the edges, instead of going with an F like this, you do R prime F, and then the same thing. And that will preserve all of the edges. And that is the gist of the idea.